Hey, happy Friday. And so Mercury is now in the sign of Capricorn. Mercury moved into Capricorn on December 6th. And so in this video, I am going to be going over what this Mercury in Capricorn transit, where it will be affecting you in your chart. All right. And so if you are new to me or to any of my content in social media land, my name is Kay Catrice. I am the Natal Chart Navigator, and I help open minded women to understand who they are energetically by using their natal charts. And so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. So Mercury has entered Capricorn. Now, Mercury will be here from the 6th. So Mercury is the ninth now as I'm recording this video. So Mercury is already in the sign of Capricorn and will be here until about the 18th of February 2023. Now, this is a really long transit for Mercury being in one sign. It's normally only in one sign about 3 to 4 weeks. However, there is a retrograde, okay? Mercury will be going retrograde for the fourth time this year and final time, okay? And so, themes around this Mercury transit are going to include precise communication, thinking about long term goals. You're going to really be careful when it comes to your wordplay. You're going to be writing your career goals down, because the sign of Capricorn is all about achievement, it's all about status. And while this transit may not be as fun as Mercury and Sagittarius, this transit here is the grounding, stabilizing transit that we're going to need to propel us forward into 2023. Okay. And so now, one of the biggest benefits of Mercury being in the sign of Capricorn is the building of ideas. So while Mercury was in Sagittarius, you had a lot of big picture thinking, a lot of big picture ideas that might have came to you. Okay, and so now you're gonna have, this is where you get the thoughts. This is where you get the thoughts of how to bring those big picture ideas into the 3D reality. Okay. And so many of the thoughts that's going to be running through our minds are going to be easier to organize, and we're going to be able to see them like puzzle pieces and then arranging them until they fit together in a way that makes the most sense. Okay. And then once you're able to see your ideas as a solid form, and then you're going to be able to take action to turn them into your reality. Okay. And so you may be feeling a lot more ambitious, a lot more practical, even more patient, even if you're not a really patient person. I'm not a really patient person, but you're going to be feeling more patient, and you're going to be also feeling more well organized. And now that the organization piece can even be more heightened, just depending upon where you have Capricorn in your chart. Okay. And now this also tends to be a time where we're going to be pretty straightforward when it comes to interacting with others. Capricorn energy is all about hierarchies, it's all about status and achievement, and it's all about moving up the ladder, not in a quick, swift way, but very efficiently, so that I's are crossed, T's are dotted. Wait, I's are dotted, T's are crossed, and everything is done in a manner so that once it's completed, you don't have to go back and redo it all over again. Okay. And so you might think that you have the best ideas in the world, especially if you are like working like in corporate America or working like with groups. You might think your ideas is just the best ideas since sliced bread, and somebody else may think that theirs are. Okay. And so you both want to be the leader. But this is not a time to focus on who is the leader. This is just a time to get some real collaboration done if you're working within a group. Um, and get some real collaboration done so that you can get the task at hand completed. Okay. And so now I am going to share my screen, so that we can go over where Mercury is going to be affecting you based upon your rising sign. Okay. Now, you can also look at it for your sun sign and your moon sign. However, looking at it from your rising sign is going to be the most accurate. Okay. So I'm super excited because I'm going to be showing you an actual chart. I got a new like charting system. So I'm like all excited and stuff, you know. So hold on one moment. Let me share my screen. Oh, share screen. All right. Okay. So here we go. Okay. And so I'm going to start with Aries rising. Okay. This is the first house. I'm going to start with Aries rising. Okay. And so for Aries risings, sun or moon. Okay. This is going to be affecting you in your 10th house. 10th house is the house of career, of status, of your public persona and your legacy. Okay. This house is naturally ruled by Capricorn. And so this is Mercury right here. Right now, it's currently at 4 degrees. Okay. And so for you, there's going to be a lot of practical thinking when it comes to your career, to your legacy, to which way you want to go. You may be thinking about taking some time to switch careers, or you might be thinking about how is it that you can scale up your business. Like if you run a business, you may be thinking about what ways can you scale up your business in order to to grow it. You may also be thinking about, adding new products or services to your business if you are a business owner. You're also going to be very focused on the mundane, the practical steps that you're going to need in order to bring things to fruition. You also may be getting a lot more organized if you're, maybe you don't have like SOPs, like standard operating procedures. And so now would be a good time for you to put some standard operating procedures into place, especially before the new year comes. All right. And so then moving on to Taurus risings, sun and moon. For you guys, this is going to be taking place in your ninth house. Ninth house is the house of higher learning. It's also the house of your beliefs, of long distance travel. And so for you, you may be thinking about going back to school. You may, have already started the paperwork. Um, to enroll back in school when school opens back up again in January. You also may be at this time taking a more of a dive into your beliefs and seeing what beliefs that you have had that are no longer serving you. You may have believed something for years, and now you're coming to find out that that belief has really been hindering you and keeping you from being able to move forward and to do what it is that you want to do. And so you may be really evaluating your beliefs at this time. Also, you may be thinking about traveling. The holiday season is coming up. And so a lot of people, will be traveling to go see family, to spend time with family. And so you may be, trying to figure out or plan how and when you will go to see family, or if you just want to take, a trip. If you're not going to see family, you may just want to take a trip. All right. And so moving on to Gemini risings, sun and moon. For you guys, this is going to be taking place in your eighth house. Eighth house is the house of shared resources. It is also the house of committed sex, um, the occult, what else? Wills, taxes, inheritances. It's shared material resources. Okay, it's opposite of the second house. Second house is personal finance. Eighth house is shared. And so for you guys, you may be taking this time to reevaluate your finances, whether it's you and your spouse or your partner, or if it's you and a business partner. You may be taking the time to reevaluate your finances to see where you can trim some fat, get rid of some things, or if there's some things that you need to add to what it is that you're doing. This is also a time where if you and your partner haven't been really close, or there's some hard things that you guys may need to talk about within your relationship, this would be a time that you would be good for you to have those conversations. Capricorn is a energy of long term relationships, stable relationships. It is ruled by the planet Saturn. And so, you may be having the conversation, or, that you want to, you know, if there's any issues in your partnership or your relationship, now's the time to sit down and really hash those things out, so that you can, moving forward, um, build a stronger bond with, your spouse. Or if this is a business partnership, you want to, make sure that everybody is on the same page so that moving forward in 2023, um, everything is fresh, it's new, and you're basically just building. This is foundational time. Capricorn is all about foundations. And so this is a time where you really want to put the extra effort and energy into working on your foundations in your relationships. And moving on to Cancer, risings, sun, and moon. For you guys, this is going to be taking place in your seventh house. Okay. Seventh house is the house of marriage, it is or serious partnerships. It is also the house of business partnerships, negotiations, and open enemies. Okay. And so for you guys, you may be having a serious talk around your relationship. If you are in a serious committed relationship, and you are wanting to take it to the next level, you're wanting to get married. Now is the time for you to have that conversation and to see, are both of you on the same page? Are both of you wanting to move to the next step and get married? Also, if you are looking to bring on a business partner, you may start thinking about what type of business partner would you like to have, or would you like to collaborate. You may want to do some collaborations, and what type of companies or businesses would you like to collaborate, based upon whatever services you provide within you, or products that you provide within your business. It's also a time for, if there's any like legal things that you need to take care of, you definitely want to sit down and think about that. Like if you're starting a business, if you're thinking about starting a business, or going into partnership, what contracts will you need? What types of terms of the contract will you, have included in that? And so you're just going to be very focused upon, within your serious relationships. All right, and so moving on for Leo risings, sun, and moon. This is going to be taking place in your sixth house. Okay, the sixth house here. Sixth house is the house of work, daily work, your daily routines. It is also the house of health and pets. And so for you guys, you may be taking a serious deep dive into your health. you may be thinking about how you want to move forward. You may be wanting to change your diet, to cut some things out of your diet, or add things to your diet. This would be a good time for you to go to your doctor and get a really good checkup before the end of the year. Um, get a good checkup. Um, and especially if with your insurance, most of the time by now, people have met their deductible. And so, the plan is, really kicking in, paying. And so you definitely want to utilize this time to go to the doctor and get a good checkup. Also, this could be a good time for you if you would like to get a pet. You might be thinking about getting a pet. And so this would be a good time for you to look into, start doing some research into pets if you've never had a pet, or if you're looking at getting a specific type of pet. You may want to do some research into, the care of the pet and how the pet operates. Just doing your research and figuring out, about the pet, type of pet. Also, if you are looking to, you might want to, you might have a job that you hate. Okay, you might hate your job, and so this might be a time for you to start researching different types of jobs, seeing what else is out there. You may want to make a career change. There may be a job out there that you're qualified for that you didn't even think of. And it doesn't require any type of special degree or anything, and you may have some expertise in that field. And so you can start thinking about, okay, if you want to make some changes, if you have a job, your boss, you don't really particularly care for your boss, you can start researching and looking to see, if there's something else out there for you that would be more compatible with what it is that you are wanting to do. This is also a good time if you are wanting to, put in for a promotion, a job promotion, and rank up, level up in your actual job. This would be a good time. If they have an opening for you to go ahead and apply, it could very well turn out favorably for you. And so moving on to Virgo risings, sun and moon. This is going to be taking place in your fifth house. Fifth house is the house of love and joy and romance, casual sex, children. This is what I call the fun house. And so for you guys, you may be thinking about, how you can spend more time with your children, but not just spend more time with your children, but how you can maybe you and your kid can work together. Like your kid may want to start a YouTube channel. And so you might start doing some research into, building up, growing a YouTube channel, and, what are the restrictions, when it's a kids channel versus an adult channel. There's certain things that you can do on a kids channel that you can't do. Um, Certain things that you can do on an adult channel that you can't do on a channel that's made for children. And so you may start researching, things like that, or your kid might want to, start a lemonade stand. And so, you guys start, talking about that and putting all the figures and everything together. Um, Also, this is a good time for you to, if you want to, start something creatively, to start really thinking about, um, you know, could this creative thing that you want to do, could it actually make you money? Could you actually turn that into a business? Okay. Also, this fifth house is also the house of gambling. And so, if you like to, play the lottery, or if you like to, go to the casino and play the slot machines. This could be a good transit for that, because those numbers could just come to you and be like boom, boom, bam, hit the lottery. All right, so this is a good time. Also, if you are if you're looking to be in a relationship, This transit here. You may, be start to thinking about being in a relationship or finding the one, or just maybe just a friend, because Christmas coming. I just want to cuddle buddy. Somebody just to cuddle up with for the holiday. Venus is moving into Capricorn as well on the 10th, and so you definitely, if you're looking for love, it definitely could come around for you. All right, so moving on to Libra risings, sun and moon. For you guys, this is going to be taking place in your fourth house. Fourth house is the house of home. It is the house of it's the house of home, your roots, your ancestors, and things of that nature. It's the part of your life that people are not privy, everyone is not privy to. And so for you guys, you may be wanting to make some changes within your home. You may want to start thinking about purchasing a home, and getting doing your research, and finding a realtor, and getting working on your credit and thinking about your credit and things like that. Or you may be wanting to sell your home. You may want to sell your home. Um, and so, again, same thing, looking at the market, trying to find a realtor, seeing what the going selling prices is in your area and things of that nature. Now, you, there also may be something, you might be thinking about, because the holidays are coming up. And so you may be thinking about, you know, um, some things that you want to do in order to strengthen your family bond, how you can strengthen your family bond, some things that, you know, um, if you're wanting to start maybe a work from home business, this would also be a good time for you to start thinking about doing a work from home business. Or if you're wanting a new job, a work from home job, this would be a good time for that. And you more than likely could find one that pays really, really well. Um, so you definitely, if that's something that you are looking at or needing, then you definitely, this is a good transit for that. Okay, so moving on to Scorpio risings, sun and moon. For you guys, this is going to be taking place in your third house. Third house is the house of communication, of short distance travel, of siblings, and early education. And so, for you guys, you may be, um, Capricorn energy is a very matter of fact energy. And so one thing you want to be careful of is being short with people, being very short with people. It's a very matter of fact energy. And so there's nothing wrong with, you know, saying things, saying what it is, but there's always a way to say it, so that it's not so, it doesn't come out as harsh. So you definitely want to watch your tone. Um, you want to watch your tone when you are speaking to people. Also, this is a good time for you to, if you are looking to, if you're thinking about getting a new car, if you need a new car, because the third house does cover cars. And so you may be looking into getting a car. You might have an old car that's, you're tired of putting money into. And so, you may be, starting to think about, can I afford a new car? You might want to start crunching the numbers and looking at, your finances based upon how much the car is. Looking to see, okay, what's my credit? Do I need to start doing some things with my credit? Would I be able to even get approved for a car loan? And really start taking that into account. um, if you were to need a car. Now, also, this is the house of siblings. And so, if maybe you and your siblings might have had a falling out. And so, this might be a time you may start thinking about, trying to, maybe you'll reach out to a sibling, or you'll have a sibling that will reach out to you, and you guys can kind of talk about what it is that, made you on the outs. And then you can hash it out and, squash it out and move forward. All right. And so for Scorpio, that's Scorpio, right? Scorpio rising. I think I just hit Scorpio because I said it was third house. Lord have mercy. Okay. So for Sagittarius risings, sun and moon, for you guys, this is going to be taking place in your second house. Second house is the house of personal finance. It's also your self-worth and your material possessions. Okay. And so for you guys, it's going to be a major focus on your money. Okay. Making money, investing money, saving money. You guys are going to be keenly tuned in to your money. Okay. Especially after the having Mercury in the sign of Sagittarius. I'm sure you guys partied hard. And so now the partying is over. And so now it's like, okay, we got to get down to business. And, this is a good time if you are, again, this is another house where if you're wanting to look for a new job, or you may be wanting to change, come up with a different way of how you make your money. Okay. Capricorn energy is earth energy is a very grounded energy. It has leadership qualities to it. And so you may be start applying for some management positions. Maybe you've never been in management before. However, you are very, you just have that strong management quality in you. And so you may start looking for management positions. Also, second house talks about your self-worth. And so you may, if, your self-worth isn't where, you feel it should be, you might want to start working on your self-worth, and letting, yourself know that you are worthy of the money you desire. You are worthy of the house, the car, whatever material possessions you desire, and not because of anything that you have done, but you are worthy of it just because you are you and you desire it. And so you are worthy to have it. All right. And so for Capricorn risings, sun and moon, this is going to be taking place in your first house. Okay. First house is the house of self. It is also your appearance. It is also your self-esteem. And so for you guys, you may be wanting to change your appearance. Capricorn season is coming up on the 21st. And so happy birthday to all of the Capricorns out there. I hope you guys have an amazing season. And so you may be thinking about, what, my birthday coming up. And I think I want to change my look. I want to cut my hair. I want to color my hair. I want to grow my hair. I want to add some extensions. You also may be thinking about losing weight. You may want to lose weight. You may want to start getting in shape. You may decide that, you no longer want to portray, or, no longer want to put yourself out. And you may not want to put yourself out in the way that you've been putting yourself out, because the first house is that's the energy that people perceive when they first um, that's the energy that people perceive when they first meet you. And so you may decide that, you want to the energy that you want to put out, you want to put out a different type of energy. You want to be known, when people meet you, you want them to feel receive different type of energy from you. Venus is also going to be moving into the sign of Capricorn on the 10th. And so not only will this Mercury transit You may be thinking about making changes, but with Venus moving into your first house, you are definitely going to be focused on your appearance and how you look, and what it is that you give off into the world. Also, your self-esteem. This is something that is also you may be really, you may have low self-esteem, and you may want to boost your self-esteem, boost your self-confidence. And so this is going to be a transit that where you will be able to boost your self-esteem and really focus on, focusing on you and loving you and loving yourself, just for who you are. And getting people in your life who that love you for you and not for what you can do for them. Okay. And then moving on to Aquarius risings, sun and moon. For you guys, this is going to be taking place in your 12th house. 12th house is the house of the subconscious. It is the house of things that's hidden, hospitals, jails, institutions. It is also the house of self undoing. And so for you guys, there may be a focus, there may be some things coming up in your subconscious around money. There may be some beliefs that you have around money that may have been preventing you from moving forward in the past. And so now those beliefs, those subconscious beliefs are being brought to the surface. They're now being brought up, and you are figuring out that those might be something that it's hindering you and it's keeping you from achieving whatever goals you may set, or whatever whatever goals you may have set or things you want to do within your life. Now, the 12th house is not an easy placement for any planet. Except for Neptune. Neptune loves the 12th house because that is its home. So Neptune works really well in the 12th house. Um, but this may be a time where your thought process may be a little foggy, especially when Neptune goes retrograde on the 29th. So your thought process may be a little foggy. So you want to have grace with yourself. You want to be mindful that the things that are coming up, once really like look into them, once you really dive into the things that are coming up, you will see that this is going to be something that's going to help you. It's going to allow you to process and deal with it so that you can move forward. And then, hold on. Okay. And then last but definitely not least, Pisces risings, sun and moon. So this is going to be taking place in your 11th house. The 11th house is the house of friends. It is the house of friends, the house of wishes coming true. It's what I call the humanitarian house. And so for you guys, you may be thoroughly focused on your friend groups or on networking. If you are looking to network, this is a great transit for you, because your thoughts are going to be on networking. Your thoughts are going to be on, when you're going to make moves, who is it that I can connect with, that will be able to help me in order to, realize, this certain goal. And not just you realizing your goal, but you working in tandem with them will help them to realize their goal as well. You also may be doing some reevaluation upon the people who you call friends. You may have some people in your life who, they say they're your friend, but their actions say otherwise. And so this is a great time for introspection on your friends group. Um, and weeding out the people who are in your friends group who you they don't mean you any good. Now, Venus is also going to be moving into this house as well on the 10th. And so for, you with Venus being there, there may be a friend that you've always liked, but, you never really wanted to take it to that level, or you didn't know how they felt about you. And so, this is a transit where, that friend may reveal to you that they feeling you, and they kind of want to see where things could go. So this is a good transit for that. um, and like I said, it's also a very good transit for networking. All right, so that is all of the signs. So let me stop the share. All right. So overall, this is going to be an amazing transit. Everybody's going to be more focused. Their thoughts are going to be more focused. The thoughts are going to be more precise. And so from now until February, this is a really good time to really put pen to paper and write all of your thoughts out. Like I said, if you're a business owner and you don't have standard operating procedures, now is a good time for you to get those standard operating procedures um, in place, so that going forward in 2023, especially if you plan on hiring like a virtual assistant or something, or starting, to hire a team, then you have your standard operator procedures in place already, before you start assembling your team. Okay. And so if you found a value in this video, please do go ahead and like the video. It does help the university to grow. And also, you could share it out so that others may find value as well. And so, if you would like to get a transit reading, I am doing transit readings. And so, if you would like to get a transit reading, or if you would like to know what your big three is, your sun, moon, rising sign, and your chart ruler, all the information is going to be in the description box below. And before I leave this video, I want to leave this with you. Remember that possibilities are endless. If you can see it in your mind, then you can definitely hold it in your hand. And that should make you smile, because you really do create your own reality. Have an amazing one.